How far did you get with your education?
I went to college for like 2, 3 years. Yeah.
And what ended up happening with college?
Goddamn, I ended up getting kicked out of college, man. I got locked up in my class and shit, man, in front of my teacher. Goddamn, and I had to move back to the A. I had a couple like warrants out there in that area, like about 6 warrants. But I ain't know, you feel me? I'm cooling. I went to class, I'm in there chilling, like, and them folks just came and got me out of there. And then, long story short, though, I only ended up getting one charge, but I had to leave school, though, you feel me? Like, but it was cool.
Why'd you have to leave school?
Cause really I was like, fuck that, I'm out of here. And really they wasn't even trying to like deal with me anyway, cause they didn't really know what was going on. Like they like this nigga on some bullshit. So you feel me? That shit just go. And then I failed a lot of classes and shit right then. And yeah, so it was over with. I was really over with anyway. Like I wasn't probably going back to school after that year anyway. Like I was damn near the last man standing in that motherfucker. At that point, everybody got kicked out by then. So it was like me and my brother and my one other partner, and he goddamn had to get up out of there too. So it was over with.
Now, when you say you got kicked out of college, first of all, what college was this?
I went to Fort Valley State University.
And had you even obtained your associate's degree at all at that point?
Shit.
Because you mentioned 2 or 3
I don't know.
years. Sometimes
Yeah,
after 2 years, people will obtain an associate's degree.
I don't know if I got a paper for that shit or something, but I probably did. Like, you feel me? I was straight, like I was getting C's. Like, but I don't know, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
So would you say when you got kicked out, you were in your sophomore year or junior year?
I did 4 semesters. That was my 5th semester. So, feel me? 3rd year. So, junior, I guess. It depend on your credits. Yeah.
And when you got kicked out, because you gave us a variety of reasons that you could have gotten kicked out for, but what was the actual reason you got kicked out?
It was because of that, like, getting locked up there. Feel me? All that, like, so it was over with at that point. Like, they ain't trying to let you come back when you getting charges, like, and you on the campus and shit like that. You feel me? Like, it's over with.
So even though you're charged with something but haven't been convicted, you can still get kicked out?
Now, see, I probably could have, after it was all done and shit, I probably could have got back in there. But now, at that point, that was months done went by, like, it's over with. And then all my family live in Atlanta, Fort Valley, like, you feel me? I'm gone, so it was over with at that point. But I don't know, like, probably if you don't get convicted, I'm sure they at HBCU, like, they want to see black kids graduate. They probably would have got me back up in there, you feel me? So.
But just for clarification, you get kicked out facing charges, not convicted of a charge at that time.
I guess so. It just depends, bro. It really depends. If you do the crime on that motherfucker, like on the campus, I'm sure right then you gone. Me, my crimes was off of the campus. I got locked up on the campus, but it was the like damn near last week of school type shit or 2 weeks type. So it was like by the time I got out of jail and shit, it was already school shit was over. The semester, you feel me? So I don't even know, bro. You feel me? Like, I really don't know. You might, coulda, I don't know.
You end up getting convicted of a charge?
Yeah, I got convicted of 1 charge out of that situation, conspiracy. Yeah. But I took my first offenders for that shit, so that shit got white, really.
And what county was that?
Peach County.
Felony charge?
Yeah. Yeah.
Plea deal?
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Like, I just accepted it. I had to accept it, yeah. Yeah, I took my first offenders, yeah.
For time reference, it's July 2021 now. But aside from college, what schools did you attend growing up?
I had went to Pine Ridge Elementary, Stevenson Middle School, and Salem High School. And so Pine Ridge, Stevenson, that's in Stone Mountain on the like east side of Atlanta, you feel me? And then Rockdale, which is even further, like in the country of the east side, you feel me? Like that, so.
And these were public or private schools?
Public.
Now, what kind of kid were you in class, generally speaking?
I was smart. I was a smart kid, feel me? Like, naturally. I ain't even study or nothing. I don't know. I was smart.
Is that something that runs in your family?
I wouldn't just say that. But, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah.
Were you part of a certain crowd?
Shit, yeah, I was goddamn with them ones. We the ones. Whatever crowd I was in, like, we were them niggas at my school.
Did anyone attend any of your schools end up becoming well-known or famous themselves?
Like, my dog, Preston Smith, he played for the Green Bay Packers. Man, there's a couple folks I can't even think off top, though, right now. I know I'm missing some folks. Mike Davis, he went to Stevenson. He played in the NFL. Sweat, my dog Sweat played for the Redskins. But, yeah. That's pretty much it, yeah.
The first two names you mentioned that play in the NFL, did you know them personally as well?
Preston, yeah.
You had class with them?
I think I did in middle school and shit. That's where I knew him from.
And the last person you referred to as your dog, I can't remember the name.
Sweat.
Sweat.
Yeah. I met him after, like, I met him during, like, this year type shit.
Yeah. Way after you graduated.
Yeah, but he went to school, like, he was cool with a lot of my folks who went to school there, you feel me, to Stevenson.
Do you think he attended that school when you attended it?
Probably, but he was younger than me.
Now, when it comes to music, did you take a music class in school?
Nope. All I did was hoop, bro. Like, play basketball back then.
How far did you get with basketball?
Shit, high school. It was over with. Matter of fact, I broke my wrist my senior season. I was fine. I broke my shit right before the season started. That would have been my best season, too, but I broke my shit. I knew it was over with then. Wasn't gonna be no basketball.
Were you on varsity at the time?
Yeah.
Had you played that season?
Nah, the season even started, and that was like, boy, the best I was physically in. Like, boy, I was in that rim then, booming that motherfucker. Like, I was ready. I broke my shit, boy, fine. Some punk ass nigga got his ass beat up in the we was in a little party, and then one of my close partners, it was his friend. And so we done went out there with them. That nigga done ran back inside. We all out here hitting. You feel me? And I ended up breaking my wrist through the situation.
Do you remember what you actually did to break the wrist?
Hell yeah, but I got scooped. I got scooped from behind. I'm fighting, like, I'm goddamn beating this one nigga, like, with my partner, and another nigga come behind me, like, grab me from way down below. Like, I'm talking about, I heard everybody, ooh. Broke my shit when I hit the street. Like,
so your arm hit asphalt or concrete, and that's what caused it to break?
Hell yeah, my shit was cut up and bloody and shit. I got straight back up. I'm still fighting. My shit broke. I ain't even know, like, but after that shit was hurting like a motherfucker. I was like, but this shit, I drove straight to the hospital.
What was the remedy for the broken arm? Was it a cast situation?
Oh yeah, I had to wear a cast. I had to put medicine and shit on them cuts and shit. Like, but yeah.
But no surgery?
Wear a cast. Nah, it wasn't no surgery. I played, like, I still ended up hooping when I got it off. I had to have my wrist wrapped up, though. It was fucked up.
Going back to my previous question, though, had you played that season, that senior season of basketball,
Before I broke it, no. It was right before.
No, I know.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm saying, had you played, if you would have, let me just rephrase, if you would have played that season, How far do you think you would have gone with
Oh,
basketball?
but I think I would have did. I think that would have been the best season I ever had. Like for real, my 11th grade year, I wasn't ready. Like I wasn't talking about shit to be honest. But through that, like training from that 11th to 12th that I was doing, I didn't even hit the weights and shit till then. You feel me? That summer, all that. Like I was in the most physical shape, jumping, shooting, the fastest, the strongest I ever been. So I felt like, yo, that would have been my best season for sure.
You think you would have gotten some sort of scholarship?
I felt like my high school, they wasn't our basketball, they wasn't getting us scholarships where I was. Like niggas was fire as hell on my team that should have had scholarships to good like schools. Like my younger brother was so hard. Like that nigga with point guard averaged like 18 points that year, his senior year, like going crazy. All-star game, crazy. Like he ain't getting no scholarship. That nigga went and walked on a team on college after that. But like he obviously was a college athlete. He should have had a scholarship. They weren't getting them shits, you feel me?
Did you play AAU at all?
A little bit. I played AAU a little bit when I was young. Yo,
But not while you were in high school.
nah, I didn't play at all. No AAU in high school. I should have been.
What stopped you from AAU in high school?
And I was bullshit, man. Smoking weed and shit. Trying to goddamn fuck on a little bitch or something. Like I wasn't doing what I should have been doing, you feel me?
Remember what age you were when you started smoking marijuana?
I ain't started smoking until probably like 10th grade, I want to say. Like about 10th. Yep.
When it came to basketball, what led to that sport initially for you?
Shit, my pops hoop. So really I was hooping from a young age. The only other sport I had played was baseball. And I wasn't fucking with that shit. So
Why not?
the shit was boring as hell. The team I was on, some of my partners did, they loved it. They were having fun. But that team I played on, like, but that shit fucked me up for baseball. I was like, but fuck that shit. That shit was boring as hell, but we were losing every game.
How far did your father get with basketball?
College. He hooped in college.
Was it a D1 school?
Mm-mm. Nope. I think it was like a junior or something like that.
He didn't further his basketball career after college?
Nope.
And your brother, younger brother,
Yeah.
played basketball as well?
Yeah, my dog Rubber Band Red.
So safe to say this is something that runs in your family, this sport.
Yeah. For sure.
When you did play, and even though you didn't play senior high school, you did play junior high school, that was varsity as well? Or you would have been varsity had you played senior year?
No, I was varsity in 11th grade too.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you did play varsity, what was your position?
Shit, small forward and then shooting guard. So I was a 3 and a 2.
Which one did you prefer?
Either or, cause either way I'm on you feel me, on the wing. But 3 is like, cause you might be a little bit longer, like a little bit taller, you feel me? Or really, I might have had it been 3, cause my dribbling wasn't the best. So I might need to be 3 so y'all boys can goddamn whoop whoop. But I'm gonna goddamn get active once we over half court though, you feel me? So
Jersey number?
11.
Was there any significance behind that number?
I just had really liked that shit. And I think maybe my daddy had 11 back in the day, if I ain't tripping. I think that might have been what had made me.
That was a number you picked or it was given?
That was a number I picked.
And how far, again, junior year, how far did you guys go? As far as your high school team?
We didn't go far my junior year. I ended up playing my senior year. We went to I think maybe the championship of that would have got us to go to the next. Like we was the first team in Salem to do that shit, but I can't think about what the hell it was right now for some reason.
So I'm a little confused now. I thought you didn't play senior year.
Nah, I didn't play the first couple games, but I told you my shit was wrapped up. I was playing I could dunk with my other hand and shit, but I was fucked up though, cause that my shooting hand. You feel me? So, but I did end up playing. The first shot I took when I took that cast out, boy, I airballed the hell out that shit. My wrist was weak as hell, so I had to get it right. But I still played in my senior season though.
Okay.
Yeah.
I must have misheard you.
Yeah.
Was there any thought on walking on to a college
Nope.
for basketball?
Nah, hell nah, man. When I went to college, I still played basketball a lot, like for fun, and I still do now shit. But when I went to college, man, I was so focused on getting some money, like, that shit was like, took my interest away from everything else, really. I was trying to get some paper. That was it every day.
Now, I know you didn't do any music classes while you were in school, but were you the type that was freestyling or battle rapping other classmates at all?
Nope, I never freestyle, never battle rap. Only time I freestyle, like, in the whip with my partners, or you feel me, like, or when I was in elementary, I used to rap some shit that I wrote to folks when we was walking to school. Shit like that.
Did you have a song you were promoting back then at all?
Nope,
Did you participate in talent shows growing up at all?
nope, nope. But I did, like, a lot of open mics and shit, like, later on. Once I was already grown. Yeah.
Now, when you were smoking marijuana, you were into girls as well.
For sure.
What age were you back then when you lost your virginity?
Man, I lost my virginity in like going from 7th to 8th grade. So that was before I started smoking and shit. Youngest, nigga.
Were you the youngest sexually active back then in your area?
Hell, no. Them folks was on that shit over there. That's how I got into it.
Your first time, do you remember how it happened?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Can you take us back to that moment?
Shit, man. Really, I had went up there to get some head because my little partners was saying, like, boy, you ain't never had no head. Like, boy, your ass tripping. And I knew a little bitch who for sure was gone because she just was the action like that. So I went up there trying to get some head from the bitch, and she was like, I got a fucking shit. I ain't even really want to fuck the bitch, honestly. But that's how it ended up happening, though.
Did she know you were a virgin at that time?
Oh, yeah, because I ain't know what the hell I was doing. So she definitely knew.
And did you use protection your very first time?
For sure. Of course. Not going out like that.
Overall, was it a good or bad experience your very first time?
Bad.
What made it bad?
Shit was just weak.
Back then, were your parents open about this stuff? The birds and the bees, things of that nature?
I mean, yeah, but I ain't had that type of relationship with my folks. Like, hey, I just got down. Like, it was nothing like that. They ain't even know. Hell, they might not know till they see this shit one day or something.
Was your family religious at that time?
Nah. Spiritual, but not religious, though. Believe in God for sure, Jesus, but, like, not really just going to church a lot, you know what I'm saying?
Were they parents that believed in having sex after marriage?
I wouldn't say that. Just when you older type shit.
This female that you had lost your virginity to, did she end up becoming anything more past that experience?
I don't know.
Nothing romantic between you two after that, or?
Nah, bro, I was in goddamn 7th grade, you feel me? Like, it wasn't nothing that, you feel me? It wasn't nothing like that.
She didn't become your girlfriend or anything of that
Nah,
nature?
hell no.
Ever kept in contact with her after that?
Nope. But what's happening, though? You feel me? It's love.
Now, if you could turn back the hands of time, losing your virginity, would you have done anything different? Thinking back, reflecting back, would you have waited longer? Would you have done it with a different person? Things of that nature.
Nah. No.
And why not?
Really just don't care, really. You feel me? Like, shit, it's whatever. I wouldn't have changed nothing, really. I'm straight.
Now, before you graduate high school, did you ever win a superlative?
What's that?
They give these awards in the yearbook, something like most likely to succeed, best dress,
Um,
biggest flirt, things of that nature.
hell nah. I ain't winning nothing like that.
You do graduate and you end up going to college,
Mm-hmm.
which we talked about in the very beginning of this segment. Why that particular college?
All my partners was going and it was easier for everybody to get into. You feel me? Like I had got accepted to a couple of shits, but all my partners though, like some of them, they could only get in there. So it was like, shit, that where I'm going, cause that where the game going type shit.
And what city was this?
This was Fort Valley, Georgia.
And how far was that from the east side of Atlanta?
That shit's like an hour 30, like type shit. Hour 30, hour 40, maybe. Like it's a little bit past Macon, like a couple minutes of the road past Macon, Georgia.
And was this something that you do as soon as you graduate high school, or was there a break between high school and college for you?
I went as soon as I graduated, cause really, I didn't have nothing else to do. And the niggas I knew who didn't go to college, like, boy, they wasn't on shit. I was like, boy, I'm getting up out of here.
Did you live on campus or off campus?
First year I lived on the campus.
What was that like?
Shit was like living like that shit was like living in a kind of like a I can't even explain that shit. It's like you got roommates and shit. You get random roommates, you feel me? Like it's just a different kind of experience and shit. Like it's a different kind of experience. I was trying to get up out of that shit immediately. It's strict.
Why make that choice of student housing at first?
Cause I didn't really know nothing else to do. I ain't even know shit about being off the campus and all that shit. I ain't know. I just was going to school. Like, I ain't know.
I know the roommates were random, but the building you were housed in, was that random as well?
Yeah, all that was random. But one of my roommates wasn't. We had finagos, something like, we got my nigga Mundo. Like, we switched with him with another nigga. Like, so we had finessed it like that. But, yeah.
The other roommate that you did have that was random, were they a bad roommate or did they end up becoming a cool roommate?
Man, they was cool. It was my niggas who was tripping all the time, you feel me? Like, B done came and got down, stole these niggas shit or something, you feel me? Like, so it'd be like that. They was all cool, always.
The building you were housed at, was that co-ed at all or no, it was all males?
Nah, it was just niggas.
Having a random roommate, student housing, was that easy or hard for you to deal with?
Shit, it was easy for me. It wasn't nothing.
And then after that experience ends, you end up living off campus.
Yeah. After that, yeah, I was off.
Apartment, house?
But I stayed in houses, apartments, all that shit.
Did you have roommates as well off campus?
Yo, every time, my dogs, you know.
But it was all people you knew, no
Yeah.
randoms.
No. Hell no, no randoms.
When it came to financially affording to go to college, how'd you do it back then?
Man, straight that student aid shit. You feel me? Like that's how a nigga would pay with everything, pay for the rent with that student aid and shit. And then like I started getting money. Like I started touching my like first real money like in college. Maybe after the first year, like the second year, I started getting some bread. So then I was just straight anyway. So I just used the financial aid shit to handle that shit. And then I'm getting bands anyway now. And I'm in college. It ain't shit here, but just, you feel me? It ain't shit to do out here to spend money on. So we just stacking this shit. Like, feel me out there. So it was straight. It was like the first year, I was broke as shit out that motherfucker. Like, we would be trying to scramble 2 for 5, smoking them .3s and shit. Like, doing whatever, goddamn, like, trying to figure out how we gonna eat some shit out that bitch. Like, it's really funny, because that's how it be kind of for a lot of them college people. Like, nigga be broke as hell in college. A lot of them.
What was the name of this college you attended again?
Fort Valley.
Before you attended Fort Valley, did it have a reputation at all?
I wouldn't know. I didn't even know to be 1,000. I knew nothing about it.
Overall, what did you think about the school? Can you give me a review on it?
I think it's a good school. I feel like if you're a black person and you really trying to graduate college, go there. They gonna get you up through that motherfucker as long as you trying to do it. Like, as long as you want to graduate, go to Fort Valley. Them niggas will get you through there for sure.
What'd you think about the campus?
But that mother was hot, boy, with gnats. Be sweating gnats. Be goddamn flying around.
What'd you think of the staff?
Good, supported. They trying to help you graduate for sure.
What did you like the most about that school when you attended? Out of all the characteristics.
Just really how, like, how I was saying, like, they really, like, will, like, get you through there. Like, you ain't got to do, like, man, just go to class type shit. There, like, it's cool. It's, like, it's kind of, it ain't all harsh. I guess that was what I had liked about it. Like, as far as the school-wise type shit. The most thing that I really had liked about it, though, was that my partners was there. So that was really it. Once my partners was gone, that shit was like, I knew I wasn't finna be there much longer after that.
On the opposite end of the spectrum, what did you like the least about that school?
Being out the city, being in the country. Like, I didn't like that shit, being in the country.
Did you join a fraternity at all?
No.
Why not? What was your reasoning there?
Man, I had my own, goddamn, still paid. I had the gang with me, so a couple of them at least.
Did people know you rapped when you were in college?
A couple people did. I had started like doing it like somewhat in college, so yeah, a couple people. I had performed a couple places around there a couple times, like, so yeah, a couple people knew.
Did you gain any sort of fan base while you were there?
A few people, like, I wouldn't even call it a fan base. I got a few fans, I say, like, so, but a lot of people who I went to school, they be like, damn, y'all boys was doing it then, you feel me? Like, y'all, I was rapping in a nigga dorm there too, you feel me? So.
Did anyone attend this school end up becoming famous themselves?
I believe so, but I can't think of their name. But I know some folks went to the NFL from there. I'm pretty sure.
Now we're winding down this conversation about your college experience. And when it came to getting kicked out, when it came to having the charge and that whole situation come about, what was your parents' reaction?
Oh, they was blowed. You know what I'm saying? They wanted me to graduate, for sure. My folks wanted me to go to school, graduate. Like, they was pissed off. And they didn't even know that I was into that shit. Like, they didn't even know I was getting bread like that or nothing. Like, so, they was blowed. Then I fucked around and got locked up for, like, similar charges, like, a month after that again. So, that shit was, like, bullshit. Matter of fact, that was the second one. I had got locked up before when I was in the city. And then when I went to school, I got locked up for the same type of shit again. So they was pissed off.
When did your parents find out? Was it the first time or the second time?
Both times. They knew I was locked up both times. So all that shit. So yeah.
Now I know you don't attend this school anymore and you end up never going back to school. But do you wish you could have finished college? Or do you wish you would have skipped the college experience altogether and went straight to music? Or were you happy with some sort of college experience? Looking back on how everything played out.
Well, how everything played off, I'm glad I went because I met some folks that I still rock with to this day. And partially the reason I got inspired to go hard was because I seen some folks at that school like get a song that kind of started popping out there, like the whole school was singing it and shit. It had got on the radio. Young Scooter had hopped on the remix. I was watching all this shit. But them folks would be telling me, like, boy, they'll see me like, boy, y'all the money team, y'all whoop, whoop, whoop. But I wanted to be, like, you feel me, rocking that motherfucking show. So that made me, I was like, oh, yeah, them niggas doing it. I know I could do it, like, type shit. So, like that, yeah.
Now, you may have just answered my next question, but I'm still going to ask it anyways, because if you want to add on to it, cool. If you have a different answer, that's cool too. And if you already answered it, you don't have to answer it. But I was going to ask you, what did this entire experience teach you?
Like,
going to college, getting kicked out, the charge?
I'll just say like, out of all the shit doing all that, it changed the way I had viewed like energy. Feel me? Like, and being an optimist versus being a pessimist type shit. Like, that was the main thing. I realized like that was affecting because of the way I was thinking. I knew that's why shit wasn't going how I wanted to go in life. Like, that's what I had learned out of through that whole shit. So by the time now I'm back home and doing what I'm doing, my whole mindset was different from like my whole life. You know what I'm saying? At that point.
If you could turn back the hands of time, would you have done anything different?
If I could turn back the hands of time, I would have started taking my rap shit seriously, like sooner. I wouldn't have waited so long to like, cause I just feel like you need to be going hard about some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but really in high school, nigga, by the time you graduate, cause really, college ain't shit if you don't know what you doing with that shit. Like, if you don't know what you finna do with college, how they just be like, bro, go get a degree. Like, bro, that shit ain't gonna do shit if you don't really got no plan with it. So you need to like, that what I would have did though. I would have went harder on, you feel me, my dream sooner, like, and started taking it most serious, like putting my whole effort into it. I would have did that. I feel like I'd be a millionaire right now.
When did you realize this was the dream as far as music?
In college is when I realized, I wouldn't even say it was the dream. It was literally like, for me, like, okay, bruh, my whole life, like, and let's say out of college and shit, because in college I got inspired, like I told you, I got inspired to like take it more serious, but it was like because I knew that like if I wasn't doing that, I was only getting money from the streets, you feel me? Doing whatever I did to get the bread, you feel me? I knew if I wasn't doing no rap, like, I didn't really know what I was gonna be doing because I was so used to getting fast money. So I'm like, I'm not working a 9 to 5 because what I'm doing, I'm gonna get way more money than that anyway. So I felt like legally, rap was literally like the most realistic way for me to get the type of money that I wanted legally. I felt like it'll be the first one. And then I was like, you feel me, once I start getting rap money, I'm gonna invest in the businesses, other businesses. But I felt like that was the first one. So that's why it was like the goal, you know what I'm saying?
After you get kicked out, how soon does music become taken seriously to you?
Okay, so I'm trying not to get my years mixed up, but I went to school like 2011, 2012. So then it'd be like 13, 14. I must have been back maybe like 2015 or something. I don't know, but I ain't start going serious to maybe like 2 years after that, like 2017. Like, so I was home for a couple years, like still trying to get right. I really was just focused on some papers still. Like, that was my main concern. But I'm making music, I'm shooting little videos, like, but I ain't really taking it serious though, you feel me? And then 2017, I dropped a song called Hittin. And that's when the first song that I feel like I really pushed and took serious.
It's 2021 now. When did the remix release to Hittin?
2020.
What do you make of that? You having the original song in 2017 and remixing it 3 years later.
I feel like it's all about timing. You know what I'm saying? That's what I took from that. Like, it's all about timing. I didn't know when it was gonna do something, like, I would have had no idea that it was gonna happen that way, put it like that. Like, the first time it got played on the radio was 2017. I was excited then, you feel me? Like, I thought something was gonna happen then. Like I told you, I met L.A. Reid then, after around that time, and went to Interscope and shit like that, like then. So it was like, that really showed me it's about timing, you feel me? It didn't go up really to the remix.